going to Johannesburg's most dangerous neighborhood.
Do you think Alex is safe?
It's not safe.
In search of South Africa's most unique street food. South Africa is a complicated country with a dark past. Even though apartheid ended nearly 30 years ago, its echoing effects can still be seen in the underdeveloped, once racially segregated, urban areas known as townships. This morning, we're starting out in the township of Alexandra, one of the poorest urban areas in the entire country. This is River Park Cafe, located on the periphery of Alexandra. Joining me, my companion for the day, fried chicken expert and restaurateur Andrew. Next to him, restaurant owner Chef Zanel. They both grew up in townships. She grew up here in Alexandra.
Is this what you would normally serve one person?
Yes.
I thought you were doing this for the show. This is ridiculous. It's huge.
This is Chef Janelle's signature, stewed sheep tripe and intestines, or mohodu.
And then you have this on the side. You call it a dumpling. Growing up, I think my mom would call this like a popover. I love the texture of it. It's like big, steamy, and soft. Oh my, this is so good. So we take that, we put it into the sauce. Oh yeah, super savory gravy. It's interesting, it does have kind of a wild, sheepy taste to it, but really good.
It's definitely tender.
Yeah, very nice, soft texture.
But once you get into it, you forget about the gamey smell.
So how long have you been cooking this recipe here?
It's been years and we keep on improving it.
Chef Zanel took over a small eatery from her mother in deep Alexandra. 4 years ago, she moved it here.
I find when people say deep here, it has a certain meaning. What do you mean when you say deep?
It's deep because that's where you go into the core of Alexandra. You know, it's the Gomorrah part of Alexandra.
Gomorrah, the deep or the belly, the core of the township, where all the social issues erupt amid people densely packed against one another. It's where Zanel grew up.
Sometimes we don't have water and also electricity, and sometimes I feel like they've neglected us so much. There's too many potholes, and also many of the youth here, they're not working. So when it comes to employment, it's very rough. And also that gives rises to crime. So there's too many challenges around here.
Do you think Alex is safe?
It's not safe.
It's not safe.
Yeah.
More than 60% of Alexandra's households earn less than $2,300 a year. Only 5 clinics cater to almost 180,000 residents. Having a stable life here is like standing in quicksand. But Zanel is proof that anything is possible.
You think there's a lot of people here who feel defeated?
Yeah, there's too much.
There's a lot of people.
There's too much, too many.
To better understand the inner workings of Alex, Andrew and I head deeper into the densely packed belly of this township. The population of Alexandra is 4 times more than its infrastructure was designed for.
It's congested, you know, a lot of people from different places occupying the same space. So it's definitely hard.
With the area so densely populated, folks here struggle with low water pressure, sewer blockage, and flooding.
When I see a place like this, I'm looking around, I see kind of improvised homes, borrowed wood, corrugated steel, kind of a patchwork to make these small spaces where people live in now. But I gotta say, the mood here, much lighter than I expected. As people are shooting here, as people visiting, you can walk through. See, this is what I'm talking about. This woman lives here. She's literally trying to duck through our shot. We came here, of course, we asked permission, but people are so accommodating, welcoming. This is what they have, and they're open and willing to share it.
The word I use is Ubuntu, like people coming together and trying to make the space work. So people are definitely from different environments, from different places, and they just try to make things work.
Do you think the townships are responsible for creating their own types of unique food and cuisine?
Township food is basically a amalgamation of a lot of things in terms of culture, in terms of where you're from, and in terms of survival.
Fly. It's a guilty pleasure bordering on vice, an unhealthy heap of delicious deep-fried processed food. The recipe here kicks off with bologna and salami on sandwich bread, then a fried egg, another slice of bread, cheese, and a burger patty smothered with barbecue sauce. Cap it with a 3rd slice of bread, but don't stop there. Load the boat with Russian sausage, Vienna sausage, and well-seasoned French fries. You can find this calorie bomb exclusively here in Alexandra. The cost for all this, $1.50.
So how would you approach eating this? Because there's so much food here, I don't even know how to fit this in my face.
So you go into the middle part, and then you just grab it where you can, and you just bite the middle. Most of the time, the middle.
Oh, you're going directly in the middle?
I'll go straight in the middle.
We have no tissues. You know what? Let's go for it. Delicious processed meats. So salty. I just got my sodium for the week.
This is something what keeps you away from home for a day. Because that's what you want to do. You want to drink and have more. The Russian sausage is a pork sausage what's been smoked. No relation to Russians.
No.
And this is very similar. It's a Vienna, like a hot dog sausage.
So what they've done is, I think they've taken pretty cheap ingredients and they've prepared them the best way possible.
Yes.
So if you have a cheap kind of sausage like this, you don't want to just boil it in some water.
No.
It's going to be limp.
And water will take the flavor out as well.
But if you fry it, you crisp it up, you give it some texture, and then you just have a little burst of flavor each bite. How many calories do you think are right here?
Your whole week.
It strikes me when I come to places like this, some people use the word slum, especially for parts of it.
Yeah.
Is slum a bad word?
The word slum, it is derived from a bad word. But at the same time, it also shows your struggles and the diversity. And it's like a story, you know,
Right.
from the slums to the hood. You know, it's just a story to it.
Andrew is no stranger to adversity. He was born and bred in Soweto, the biggest township in South Africa. He took himself from entry-level restaurant gigs to starting his own business, dishing out some of the best fried chicken in town. Now, he lives in the city, but he still visits Soweto to experience the unique township food he grew up on.
So, Soweto, I'm told it's a huge township.
Yes, it is. Originally, people came from different areas from the country and were settled here.
Soweto was one of many hundreds of townships created under the infamous Group Areas Act, implemented by the apartheid government. The act removed thousands of non-whites from most developed areas and assigned them to separate townships depending on their race, black, colored, or Indian. Today, Soweto is home to over 1.2 million people, 98% of those being black Africans.
So where are we right now?
Right now, we're in the DK, Diepkloof, in the cultural markets. This is a very popular market in Soweto.
In this corner of Soweto, you'll find rows of storage sheds that have transformed into an improvised market. Folks here sell live chickens, beer by the carton, and food of all kinds. Andrew has invited me to one stall for an appetizer.
I'm told these are called rocks. I mean, you could build a house with this,
But you eat it.
but you could also eat it.
This is calabash chalk, a type of edible clay found mainly in West African countries.
So they break it into smaller pieces, take it, and they just put it in their mouth.
I don't want to be rude. Am I rude if I put the dirt back on the ground? I spit a
it's
little
dirt.
out.
That's where it comes from. So
Oh,
you can
okay.
put it on the floor.
It actually has a nice texture. When you chew it, it's like,
But you're not supposed to chew it. You're supposed to suck it.
oh, terrible texture for chewing.
So because it's clay, what happens is it's gonna melt in your mouth.
It's like cake to my teeth right now. It has kind of a fun, silty texture. I don't hate it.
The calabash chalk is consumed by African women as a cure for pregnancy nausea.
Going from Alex to here, it feels completely different. When you look at the township, whether it's Alex or Soweto, what do you think are the biggest struggles people are facing there?
There's a lot of issues, but electricity, good roads, but opportunity is a big one.
For you, in your story, do you think opportunities were given to you, or did you have to just make your own opportunities?
You know, the harder you work, the luckier you become. I washed dishes from the beginning. I moved around. I had to sleep on the road sometimes. And all the sacrifices brought me to where I was.
But you see so many people here who seem kind of deflated, like they've just been defeated. So what do you say to those people? I know you can't solve all these problems, but you know, when you come across people who just seem kind of defeated, they're like, it's a Tuesday, it's noon, I'm just gonna drink.
That's a sad story because you can't convince them there'll be a better day because they have to change before you can change them. The government can only do so much. A community can only do so much, but it's always up to the individual.
Beautiful.